Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'll talk upon how banks fool in the case of home loans as well. So it's a very interesting case. One of my very close colleagues had taken a home loan. So I'm going to narrate what are all the problems he faced. So this is probably not the video for people who have already taken the home loans. So if you want to check if you have caused the same mistake or not, so you can definitely check. And this is basically for those who are thinking of buying a home loan, especially under construction properties or maybe fully constructed properties. So I'm here to give my point of view and my opinions, and let's discuss this topic. So one of my friends now bought a home loan at a very good interest rates of 7.5% per annum. So basically it was a catch. So how the banks loot you and fool you is, in his terms and conditions which he didn't read, was if he failed to even give an EMI on that 28th of the month, if he was unable to fill any one of the EMIs, then what will happen, a 2% charge interest rate will immediately get applied on the whole of the principal left. So basically that 7.5 now increased to 9.5, and subsequently if he paid that and then again when he missed the next EMI, it will again increase for 11.5. So it is a very famous bank for home loans in and the cases of Maharashtra. So let's discuss this. So after this 9.5 interest rate, what happens if you fail to miss an EMI? They can change. They can increase the this to 9.5 or 7.5 to 9.5, or they can tell you now give me the whole principal and interest left at the very moment. So the terms and conditions were like this: if miss EMI, then 2% interest on balance of loan outstanding. Also, the whole of the said principal and EMI can at once become due. So basically, if you have taken a home loan of, let's say, 80 lakhs and you have paid 70 lakhs already, and the principal left is 70 lakhs, then immediately they can ask for that 70 lakhs. They can, whatever security that you have, they can take the security. Whatever deposit that you have given, they can take the security, they can penalize you. They have this late payment charges, liquidation charges 2%, and the cost of the recovery agents which will come to your office or come to your home or wherever you live, their cost, their transportation cost, and the cost of the advocates that they will hire, it all they will charge you. And plus, if you are not able to pay their recovery agents money or whatever money they spend on the recovery on time, they will charge an interest on that as well. So basically it is interest upon interest upon interest. So this is something that is really concerning, and it is happening openly in India. So another thing is, yes, these are the things. So layer after layer of interest. This is sometimes worse than credit cards. Yes, I'm saying sometimes, excuse me. Home loans can become worse than credit cards, because the credit card usually give a credit limit of, let's say, in general they give credit limits of a very limited amount, which they think according to your salary you will be able to repay them. But home loan is given for, let's say, your 10 years of salary, 15 years of salary, or 10 years of salary mostly. So it's like that, 5 years of salary, 10 years of salary. So they give huge chunk of money in advance, and this is happening openly in India. All the real estate, have you ever thought why government, finance minister and RBI don't speak upon these topics, though everybody knows about it? The real reason is bigger politics. The vote bank is 85% of the Indian population, which are bhed bakri, which don't take home loans, which live anything like that, which usually are not something to extract money. The rest 10% is the middle class who pay taxes, and who usually buys those big homes in big cities of India. And this scam is basically, this is not there is some degree to use the word, but it is a technically very well managed sort of way to extract money, and it's a trap. It's a legalized scam, you can say. So what happens is, why government doesn't speak? Government doesn't speak because, first of all of the, you can easily say, from this Lekpal till the member of parliament, majority of them are corrupt, so the corrupt people money, where does it go? It flows straight away to real estate agents or hotels or sometimes hospitals. Mostly these three places, they park their money, and they have numerous ways to make them convert them into from black to white, so they have the liberty. Sometimes the judges are also corrupt. They, all these, rera, you know RERA is also, many of the people working there, and all these agencies formed to take care of the rights of people who are buying the flat and buying things. 70% they work, but 30% times they don't work, or sometimes more they don't work. This is the basic reason why, because it is mostly in the favor of the builders. You will never be able to fight the builder. Builder has the judges, builder has the politicians, builder has everything, builder has the power, builder has the goons. We won't be able to fight with them, never. And nobody talks about it. And Indians are basically a very emotional piece of people, very emotional. They have this immense sense of attachment to their own home, or concept of own home. Why the, can you even imagine why this home rates and land rates have skyrocketed in India, but the quality of standard of life is proportionately not improving for majority chunk of people? I have traveled to all the spiritual places in India. Trust me, the hotel charges are around, in good decent hotel it is reaching 4,000 to 5,000, and if you visit international country also for a night, it is not increasing. And the amount of people are so emotionally, they are giving that money, and they are not receiving anything in refund, in simple hotel business only. So basically it is an inflated, government has to show the numbers that these many flats have been sold. Ideally it should show the numbers of all the flats that whose money has been recovered, but majority, 70 to 80% flats and lands and everything is on loans. So they have to show their number, they have to show their GDP numbers. Ideally it is false, because in West there is something known as human rights, or something, an agency to keep in check of what these home loans and everything business is doing. And there is something known as rights of the people as well. You can file bankruptcy, but bankruptcy in India, if you are a businessman, you file, nothing much will happen. You can, people will, bank will wrap up your business and court will take the case. But in the case of a common man who has two kids and a wife, he does not want so much of politics in his life. He wants a simple 2 BHK apartment, but he's unaware of the fact that there are so many people who are just waiting for him to put his feet on that trap. There are plenty of things related to real estate which are just a trap in India. So my one single suggestion would be very cautious. I'm not saying a home loan is bad or something like that, because I personally, I'm not in favor of any type of loans. I have previously said that if you talk about credit cards, then if you take credit card for some purpose, pay that bill in the next 3 days only. Every 3 to 4 days you should check your bill and deduct that amount from your credit card, from your debit card or your bank account, so this way you will keep yourself in check. Now, if you're taking a home loan, don't take home loan of more than 20% or 30%. My father used to tell me that, in his time, his father used to tell me the maximum loan that you should take is of 25 to 30% of the property, and that this is the maximum people. And if you want to take the home loan, let's say take home loan of 5% to 10%, which you would usually be able to repay in the next 2 to 3 years, and that too in case of property. Don't take home loan. Recently one of the brokers connected with me, and he was telling me you can take the home loan of up to 95% of the property of the value. And that property was 600 square feet, and the price of was 1.5 CR. So basically your 600 square feet is very less, because where I've grown up, it is very less, and it is a box in the sky. There are many things, it is all inflated. It is all hugely inflated. And the same thing is happening in the West. West is no less. We are simply copying. But the difference here is the people of the West are backed up with their currency. Yes, they have US has a very strong currency, and if they print their money, we, the developing economy, the people, us working, will be paying somewhere their dollars. If they don't do anything, they have their reserve currency. They are the boss of the world. We can't copy them. Yes, we cannot copy the West. All the real estate agencies are copying the West. All type of charges are according to the West, but nobody is there in India to control these entities, especially the real estate entities. I'm not against the real estate. I'm not totally against, but I'm against this home loan thing. Yes, this should be under check, and there are consumer rights should be increased. Yes, recently I read that Emaar group, which has built Burj Khalifa and many famous buildings in Dubai, it is on a PE ratio of 9 or 10. It is a very decent PE ratio. Yes. So basically, this is the trap. And anywhere you go to buy, if you are going to buy a land, definitely there would be black and white thing. If you can going to buy a flat, 70% there would be black and white, but 30% there are brokers who think that yes, I can give, because they have already made their dealings in black and white. So it is basically a trap. You should avoid, and parents, if you are listening, you should avoid your children telling them buy a home at a very early age, because you are making your children go into a trap, and this is slavery for the next 15 years of your life. Let's say you take a home loan at 25 or 30, so the whole energy of your young life would be gone in earning for banks, until you have completed your home loan, which would be around 1.5 times or 2.2 times of whatever principal you have taken. The whole amount, principal interest, would be this much. You will be a slave to the bank. Yes, I'm talking slave, because if you are under construction, then definitely you are a slave. And when should you buy a home? Let's say for person like my understanding and my wisdom, and I think you should go and buy a home after thorough check from many authorities, when you have money to buy that home twice, 2 times. इतना पैसा है, खरीद लो. There is no, you should take loan for, let's say, if I would be the case, I would take loan for, let's say, 5 lakhs and immediately pay the loan in the next 3 months complete. And that too, because I have to get all the things checked, because bank check it very thoroughly, because they are risking a huge chunk of amount of money. Yes, so this is a track. They are checking everything. They are giving huge money, so that's the case. So it is basically happening openly in India, and nobody will speak about it. Everything is inflated. People are getting fooled. And politicians also want you to be busy somewhere. Ever visited Mumbai, any of the railway stations? People are rushing here, there. Basically, to do what? To fulfill their needs. Politicians want you to, never be free. Get a job, get married, and then buy a house, pay the EMI, and then die. This is the process. You have to break. If you are married and thinking of buying a home, live peacefully and think of many better job options. Build businesses, live on rent for some time. If everybody will try to live on rent, if many people will avoid buying house, the prices will also come down. Prices have skyrocketed for every single place in India, and it is an inflated price because many of the properties are sold on loan. Yes, and though it is good for our economy, it is good in numbers, it is good on papers. No senior authority, banks, it is very good for the politicians. Real estate is very good for the politicians. Look, politicians are very selfish people. Okay? Politicians will make rules according to their own benefit. Yes, no politicians will in India. Did any politician oppose this unified pension scheme, UPS? No, everybody passed it. Any politicians say that I received this much electricity, this much fuel, this many flights, I don't require these many flights? No, they say okay to their businesses, whatever benefits them. They are selfish people. And Indians are emotional beings. They are very smart. They buy you in 2100 rupees, 2500 rupees. And they don't care about their middle class taxpayer, because middle class is not their vote bank. Their vote bank is rest 75 to 80% population, which are emotional and religious, and and they're bhed bakri. They just go anywhere like anything. They don't think about themselves. Everything is adulterated in India, food items and everything. Even air is adulterated. I'm not complaining. There are many good things as well. So this is the update. And buy home very cautiously. When you have plenty of funds, first focus upon yourself, your upbringing, your growth, your mindset. You should be selfish about yourself. Yes, if you are unmarried, you should be selfish. If you want love, then you should first go and find love, a proper good person. Date that person, know that person for a year or 2 or 3, and then get married. Focus on yourself, focus on your career, focus on building something new, focus on your relationship, focus on your friends. Don't start becoming a slave. No, it is slavery. Not 20%, more than 20% should be. Earlier, it's like, getting a pound of flesh from body of Antonio. It's like, it's the same. Drop by drop, they take the money. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So be very careful. Be intelligent. Be sane. Open your brains. Think accordingly. Don't give in immediately to what the builder salesman does. Take your time. Take 15 days before giving any amount to anybody. Think. Being selfish. Be selfish. Think if you can do something new. If you can save those 15 years of money of interest, next 15 years, maybe you can become something big. If you know you can become something better, then definitely invest in yourself. And then buy a home when you can buy two. Nobody will ever say, no salesperson, most of the people talking about real estate are agents of something or somebody. They are here to sell things because they have their own money invested. Don't share this video to everybody, because only intelligent people of middle class who are going to buy these homes need to hear this. Thank you. Have a nice day. Be safe. Bye bye.